Good morning. Yeah, it's early. Well, not really that early, but here I am. I was literally, Ray's actually doing a Q&A right now, but he answered one of my questions that I thought was pretty amazing because my fiance's a little bit on the skeptical side. So he gave me some advice on how to proceed with my own heart on that. And you may have somebody close to you that's skeptical, whether it's your mom, your significant other, your children, friends, anything like that. This is a really powerful thing he just taught me, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I'm sitting outside. It's a little cold, and it's time to get up and move around and start packing for our first vacation ever, which I'm excited about. But let me go ahead and get into what I wrote it down so I could share it with you. Because it's Sunday and I could be a little soft-brained. Okay, so the first thing that you do, if this, let me push my glasses up. If this person is close to you and they're skeptical of your endeavor, this is something that you can do, and I can't wait to put it into action. In the morning, write down 10 things that you're grateful for about that person that's skeptical of you. Just write it down. You don't have to show it to them. You don't have to any of that. It's all about you. Just get it written down. 10 different things that you're grateful for about that person. That's in the AM. In the PM, before you go to bed, imagine and start to develop a new paradigm in your mind using, start developing new outcomes. Okay, so say, for instance, you imagine that your significant other or the person that's close to you that's skeptical says, I know I was skeptical, but I'm really glad you kept at it, and I'm really grateful that you did. Things like that. Just imagine them as in much detail as you can, them saying positive, wonderful things for you and to you. And the third thing is stop requiring their belief. It's really not about that. It's about you believing and getting it done. Another thing he brought up, which I think is really amazing, back when I stopped working, my amazing fiance, he was like totally for it. He's like, get out of that place because it was hurting me. And I said, well, I'm going to work my business. Now, I had previously been in a business for about 5 years. And I absolutely love the products, but I just had no heart for promoting it any longer. Just no. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that because, you go through certain phases in your life. However, I did promise him that I was going to work that business. And if I had, I would definitely have more money because it's a viable, steady business with a great retention rate. But I didn't. So, if you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, I had to pray on what do I do? What do I give? Show me the next step, and I asked the Creator for that, and I got the answer, and it led me to another business, and I am all in and all at it, and I am working all the time on it. Like yesterday, I think by the time he woke up, I had already followed up with 30 people and reached out and invited 5 or 6 by the time he woke up. So, that's pretty great. However, it's possible that in his mind, he's like, well, you said that before, and you didn't. So, what makes me think you're going to do it now? That could be what's in his mind, and that's fine. But I want you to understand that sometimes the disbelief doesn't come from them. Sometimes it comes from what you did or didn't do. So, give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just go at what you've got hard and keep going, and don't require their belief. Imagine that they do believe and start being really grateful for them, and do that every day. And I think that is one of the most amazing pieces of advice. And I couldn't even believe I asked it because I know the answer. We all know the answers. But I asked it because, he's been using the products for the past few days, and all of a sudden, yesterday, he's like, I'm not going to put that on anymore. Man. What? I'm like, okay. Okay. So, whatever. He has his moods, and that's fine. But it's not a requirement that anybody, even has to do that. So don't worry about it. Even, I have a dear friend of mine from high school. She's not on Facebook, but I have literally approached her with almost everything that I've ever been involved with, numerous times, and she's always been like, yeah, no, thanks. I think, no, actually, back when I was in Visalis, I think she actually was a customer for a little while, but, and that was horrible. God, I can't even believe I was in that company, but, you fall for the hype sometimes, and I was impressionable. I approached her about this, and she's very skeptical. And I sent her some samples, and she's excited. She's got one on, and she's going out there to work today, and she works at a school, and she does catering. So her physical body is, she's 50 years old. So I'm excited about how she's going to feel over the next 5 days, because I sent her 5. And I'm not worried about whether, like, every time she said, I'm still skeptical. I didn't respond to it. I did. Okay, so you can't be, because who isn't? I want people to be critical thinking and think for themselves. So I didn't even respond to that, because it has nothing to do with whether or not she believes that this is going to be something for her. She's going to have to find out for herself. And if it's not, then that's fine, because it doesn't matter. What matters is that I reached out to bless them, and that's that. So with that being said, my stomach is growling. I think I should eat. I don't know if Babies is up yet. I don't want to wake him up if he doesn't want to wake up. But, yeah, I wanted to share that with you because I think it's super important. Oh, look, I gotta find, what's this? Is that a cat? Strange cats. Aren't you, Bella? Anyway, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me for a quick minute. Go over to Ray Higdon and watch that video. It's probably over by now, but you get to catch the recap. And I'm really grateful for that information, and I hope it helps you in one way or another, okay? Weird. She doesn't let me pet her or anything, so it's strange that she's coming up. Anyway, so thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.